What's up, everybody? It's your boy AJ back with another video. Today we're gonna be doing a little bit different style video. As many of y'all know, I just bought not too long ago a Bass Cat boat right there. It wasn't in the best of shape, okay? As far as cosmetically, the gel coat is needs some work. It needs some work. It needs some love. I want to bring it back to life. I want to bring it almost back to new. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to work on this Bass Cat boat right here from 1992. I'm gonna try to bring the black shine back using some techniques that I've seen on YouTube. Basically bought it with the engine and the hull, as you can see there. So stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna restore this bad boy up, fix it up. I've already added electronics to it, live scope and all that, but now we're trying to get it up to par as far as looks. It runs great. I've done everything as far as change the oil and everything like that, and the water pump and all that stuff. Now it's time to bring the boat itself back to life. Let's go. All right, guys, so it's a little windy today. I've already started kind of working on it. You can see some of the gloss coming back here, but I wanted to show you guys. Decided to go ahead and shoot a video that's going to really show how this boat really gets its shine back. You can see there's some oxidation on it. I think the real cool part of this video or this series is probably going to be these fenders on this trailer, how I'm gonna restore them and make them look better. It's not overall too bad. Maybe gonna get some new decals, Bass Cat decals. You can see this one right here. There's a decal here, Bass Cat decal that goes on there. Might, depending on how the buff comes out, might get a new Pantera 2 sticker here and on the other side. Even this little silhouette, you can see is already stickers starting to come off. Real rough right now. You can see that's all oxidized and dirty. So the owner before me did hit it here. It doesn't leak at all. The boat doesn't leak at all. Also, the rub rail, gonna clean it up, get that looking nice. Polish up this stainless steel that's on there. The console here, I'm also going to buff out and clean up. But as you can see, the seats aren't too bad. I think I'm just gonna keep the seats the way they are. There's some little wear and tear going on, but they're not bad at all. And the carpet on this boat for the year, it's really, really good. No tears, anything on it. Bass Cat really does a good job with their carpet. It's all original carpet. That's what we're gonna do in this video here in this series, 1992 Bass Cat Pantera 2 Classic. We're gonna make it look pretty. So I did some research because this is really the first boat I've ever, or I'm going to try to, I guess, not completely restore, but just do some work on, and especially remove oxidation and stuff. I had a previous boat that I had for a couple years, a Procraft, and I didn't ever buff it out. I paid somebody to buff it out, and they did a horrible job. Now that I know what it takes, and I paid the guy, now that I know what it takes to do it myself, I feel like I got screwed on that deal. So now on this one, I'm going to do it myself. They say, you know what they say, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So I went out, did some research, and found this 7-inch rotary polisher / sander by Bauer. Got it from Harbor Freight. That deal right there is going to be the most important thing you can buy besides these wool pads, which you can also find at Harbor Freight. This is the buffing pad. They stick onto this deal here with Velcro, as you can see. This thing's got Velcro on it, so just want to set that on there. Sticks right on there. It's going to take a little bit of 2000 grit sandpaper. Also got this from Harbor Freight. Got this from Ace Hardware. Some microfiber cloths, 12 pack. Also got some masking tape, the blue one. The blue one won't leave any residue. If you use the white one, it could leave some sticky residue on there. This is supposed to just peel off and not leave any residue behind or peel anything up with it. With the gel coat, I don't think there's anything that it would peel up with it, but just to be on the safe side, get this one. As long as you don't leave it there for days on end, it'll come right off without any problems. This is what I bought also at Harbor Freight. Marine RV one-step compound, aggressive cleaner plus polish. Supposed to be able to polish and cut through the oxidation to give you a nice polished look finish. So this is what we're using. This is what you're gonna put on the wool pad. I've hit some spots already up here that I didn't record, but there's still some oxidation here. I think I'm gonna hit it again today. Doing this job, I want it to come out as perfect as possible. So I'm already here doing it. I'm gonna go over this again. Sometimes you might have to go over it a couple, maybe 2, maybe even 3 times. I'm gonna shake this up. Seen guys recommend that you put it on and then rub it in with your fingers. I'm just gonna start with a little bit. I don't want to put too much. Oh, put a little bit more than that. Not too much, plus I'm hitting that spot I already did anyways. I'm kind of keeping it in the center of the pad too, because, well, actually I'm gonna put some on the edge because of that area that I'm doing. I might have to come out here towards the edge. You guys say just try to rub some on it first without turning it on. That's gonna be my method. I'm gonna start at around 600 RPM. Just go slow with it. Right now it's just going on. I'm gonna kick it up to 1000 RPM. Make sure your rotary has an adjustable speed. Right there at that angle, I think you should be able to get a good view of how glossy that's coming out now. Look at this, guys. Yeah, you get some stuff on the other parts of the boat and stuff, and get some little hairs from the wool pad that get on there, but that stuff just comes right off. That's why you get these microfiber. Look at that. I mean, it just feels like glass. I'm wiping it off and it just feels like glass, y'all. Look at that. There's a reflection right there. Didn't have that before. All right, guys, so that was a part that I've already done. Obviously, I didn't do the first steps. There is a couple of steps you do before that, and it's a wet sand. I don't think I'm gonna have to wet sand the whole boat. I think the majority of the wet sanding is gonna have to be like in the bad areas, like you got here. You see here, and back here, like up here and all this. But you got parts like this that aren't too bad, that the polish, the one-step compound, should be able to shine this up without any wet sanding here. So I think we're gonna be good here. I think I am gonna wet sand the top of this console because of I just want it to come out real nice. Right here, all this console, I want it to be real shiny. This one I might be able to just hit with the top. I'll wet sand the bottom. I should be able to hit, or the sides, should be able to do it with just the product and the buffer. Up here I'll probably do some wet sanding though, because this is primarily where it looks like the sun hit it really bad. But you can see there is damage on this boat. I mean, it's a 1992, guys, 1992 Bass Cat. But there you go, you can see it kind of already coming back. Like I said, I didn't do the first step on the other one. Get a bucket, get some water, so we can do some wet sanding. Got my water. It's great today. Might have some rain coming in, so I'm gonna try to get as much as done as I can today, and then I'll cover it back up. Hopefully the rain holds off. But the real important part for me, I'm already seeing I'm not gonna have trouble with the boat itself. The big part for me is these fenders. These fenders on this trailer, bringing these back to life is gonna be fun. Right here, I wanna order some rubber decking, that patch right there, with some nice rubber decking, and hopefully the buffing will also work on these fenders. These fenders are really bad though. Of course, new reflectors, lights, eventually polishing up this aluminum, and also polishing up the wheels, polishing up all that chrome, all that aluminum, bringing a nice shine to it, replacing things like that plastic piece. I don't know what that's called, but replacing that, hopefully getting a new one, finding something that I can replace that with. It's gonna be a world of difference too. Before I end this video, I'm gonna hit that with the buffer just to see how good we can get it, so stay tuned. So I'm getting a rag, so I want to start hitting the bottom part of the hull, and I'm wiping it down just to get that dirt off. This part of the boat, I mean, it's not too bad. I'm gonna wipe it down, then I'm gonna dry it off too with the towel. You can see the scratches, so hopefully some of these scratches, they're not in the paint or in the gel coat. You can feel they're just on surface. So hopefully with that buff, we'll get those out. See if this took out some scratches. I might have to hit it again. Doesn't look too bad. You can see now there's still some scratches there, but nowhere near what it was before. Feels real nice, real nice, just like freaking glass. Look at that. Can you see the reflection? I'm digging it, yo. So it looks like here I'm not gonna need to wet sand at all. It's to my liking. I mean, it's It just really shined it and took out those scratches. There's a little bit of grooves in here, but I mean, overall, this thing is, I don't think if I hit it again with this product, it's really gonna do anything else to it. I think it just is right now, it's just perfect. All right, guys, so everything looking pretty good as far as how the hole's coming out. As you can see the shine, you can see the tools on the ground there that are the reflection. Really like how that finish is coming out in the hole. So the real question, the real thing I'm excited about most is those fenders. Did my research on Bass Cat boats. This is my first one. The one I had before was a Pro Craft, an older Pro Craft, probably about like a 1990. This one is a 1992 Bass Cat Pantera 2. I did my research, like I said, on Bass Cat, and they really seem to put a lot of attention, not only to detail, but into the craftsmanship and the durability of their boats. Just the way they're built like no other. Doing research and also just hearing what other guys have to say, other boat builders have to say about this company and how they build their boats. I'm just so glad I got a Bass Cat in my driveway, honestly. And it's this old, and to walk around in it, it's so solid. My floors aren't cracking, carpet's still perfect. I mean, the guy that had it before me, he took good care of it, but you know, even then, I mean, it's 2022 and this boat, I can get it out on the water and it'll cut through waves, and it's just a beast. I say it's a Cadillac. It's like a Cadillac on the water, and I love it. But I'm excited about these fenders because these fenders, look at that, they're solid. They're not falling apart. They're not like, you know, falling off of the trailer. They're still solidly fastened to the actual frame of the trailer here, and the trailer itself is awesome too. Still, the guy that I bought this from had got the axles redone. You can see that wheel right there has some rust on it and some like burn marks. I'm gonna have to polish that out, or I can trade it for the spare. The spare looks just as perfect as that one, or some polishing of this one, or I'll probably switch them out, put this one as a spare, polish them up, make them look real nice. But the axles, got the dual axle trailer still works good. He put a brand new axle at the bottom on one of these and had some work done on this one. It's still good. I drove it out to Austin, down to Lake Travis from Fort Worth, and it did perfectly fine. Had no problems at all. But that's what I'm excited most about doing, is getting this fender back to, I might not be able to get it to its original form, but pretty close to it. Polishing the aluminum, polishing and buffing and polishing the paint, the gel coat on it, and then replacing these with rubber decking. That carpet patch there and that carpet patch there. Then of course, putting new reflectors and lights. Look at the oxidation on this fender. Just look at the state it's in compared to, look at the paint stripes on here and the glitter in the gel coat here, or better yet here. You see that? And then take a look at that. Can we get it back to this? Let's find out. All right, so first, this is where I'm going to have to get the your 2000 grit sandpaper and wet sanding. So I got my bucket of water right there. I'll fold up this here. Got these sheets. This thing comes with 5 sheets. I just cut it in half and then fold it in half. So do it with my hand. Make sure it says wet dry sanding sheets. All right. So let's get this water. It's getting dark on me, and this is going to be a series. So today I'm going to try to get a section, at least this piece here, done, to see what it looks like. I'm just that excited that I can't wait to finish the whole boat and then do the fenders. And I know if you guys are watching, you want to see that too, because you might go out and buy you a classic boat like this. It doesn't have to be a Bass Cat, but I'll guarantee you, if you can find a Bass Cat like this, you can. These things are built tough, and you can bring this gel coat back. So let's see if we can do it. Get this wet. You want to get this sandpaper wet, and you just want to start sanding it. This sandpaper is really fine sandpaper. And the gel coat is pretty tough stuff. It's not like car paint. So it's gonna take off. It's gonna take off that top layer of oxidation. That's what it's supposed to do. You can see the water, it's dirty. I'm gonna get a rag, wipe it down. We want to dry it off. There's tons of mosquitoes right now, everywhere. So the wet sand's complete on that section there. I'm gonna let that dry off all the way, air dry, for a couple minutes, and then I'll come back and buff it. I want to repeat the process, putting it on the pad. I'm doing a small section, so don't need a whole lot. This is gonna be the moment of truth right here, guys. Now remember, you might have to go over it more than once, so especially tough parts like this. I might even, after doing this, I might even look at it and say, hey, I need to wet sand it again. Not sure, we'll see. Start off on low RPM. Spread it on there good. You can see it's evenly on there. See that? Now, with the weight of the machine, just the weight of the machine, and maybe press it down a little bit. Start rubbing it on. Start off slow. Now I'm gonna go up to 18. All right, let's get the towel. Looks like it did a little bit of something on it. Okay, so what I'm noticing, first off, what I'm noticing down here towards the front, right here, so that's the front of the trailer. So when you're driving, you're going in that direction. I'm seeing rock chips. Obviously, rock chips right here, because they're hitting while you're driving, aren't going to be polished out. But as far as the buff and the shine, doesn't look too bad. Not too bad. Look at that. Another hit. I think it made a difference. What do y'all think? Here's the other one. Boom. Here's the one that we did. Boom. So there you have it, guys. Part 1 of the Bring Back the Bass Cat series. That's what I'm gonna call it. Stay tuned while we get this thing all fixed up and looking nice again.